Alright, yo, what's up, Mr. Motherfucking? I am back, and today is going to be an interesting one. I just saw this TikTok and Chris about Resident Evil 5 and talking about capitalism. Since it wasn't really and as well, it was like side dialogue that you'd probably not normally hear in like a normal playthrough of Resident Evil 5. So it got me thinking. Let's do a tier list. I wanted to do all video game characters, but I want us, since Resident Evil gave me this idea, pay Resident Evil its respects and, you know, well, first of all, Rebecca Chambers, definitely a Democrat, 100% Democrat. No, I feel like she's, on Twitter with the watermelon and, all that stuff in her bio. Uh, He's socially conservative. He's a former felon, so I feel like most likely he's probably going to go Democrat, even if he's, you know, conservative in views. Now I know these characters. I don't know these ones. Um, I mean, he looks like a Republican. Wesker's definitely actually. I feel like Wesker doesn't apply to any of these, but if a gun was put to his head. William Birkin. I don't know too much about the actors, so please excuse me. He looks more like actually, does he? He's a rich scientist. Sci I assume he'd be pro-life. Pro-life. Not too sure about trans. I feel like he'd be a more liberal Republican. This guy, this evil guy, Republican. Uh, don't know who this is, but I'm just gonna say, white male, he's whatever, Republican, Democrat for obvious reasons. Republican, I'm gonna go on a limb and say Republican. Jill's definitely a Democrat. Chris is actually a Democrat. That speech that Chris gave, it's safe to say, even though I don't think it'd apply to either, was put to his head, I would say that he's a Democrat. Barry Burton, I'd say Republican, especially with that big ass elephant killer gun he has. Uh, this is the gun shop owner. Now, what do you think a gun shop owner's political views would be? I'm gonna say whatever this creature is a Democrat. This truck driver. Oh, I wonder what an all-American political opinions would be. Leon, Democrat. Claire, Democrat. This guy, ain't he like the police officer guy? I don't know. Let's put, I guess let's, police officer. Yeah, obvious, well, Democrat, definitely. Yeah, easy pick for the Democrats. This guy, Republican. And this is the gun shop owner's daughter. I am, it's hard because I feel like she would still be a Democrat even if she's, the daughter of a gun shop owner. I still feel, like little white girl, I feel like she would most likely, still lean, left. This guy kind of looks like a Democrat. This guy, isn't he? In Resident Evil, get to play as like he killed some poor girl into like a mannequin or something. This is from that spin-off game. I forgot what it's called. RE1st. That nobody played. Democrat, Republican. I feel like we're actually even Steven right now. Old white men tend to vote. Who are these? What game are these guys from? Now we're going on to Outbreak. I do not, I have tried to play Outbreak a couple of times, but I've never gotten out of the bar. Uh, I remember like being on was on like a rooftop at one point, too far into the game. Sadly, gotta say Republican. Oh, isn't this guy a police officer as well? This guy's definitely a Democrat. Republican. Oh, oh, I feel like this guy could be a wild card. How about him Democrat? This one's definitely a Democrat. Definitely a Democrat. Oh, definitely a Democrat. What game? Now we're on some of these are Code Veronica. I feel like this one looks like a Republican to me. I feel like this guy might actually be a Dem. I don't know. That looks like. Wait a minute, ain't that's like the brother, something Ashford, like high society, Mr. High Society. Yeah, high society people don't normally yeah, even though first one actually no, a second woman Republican. Reason being is that, she's like high society, upper class. They tend to lean right. Don't know who this is. Possible Republican. The Red Queen. Oh, that's Red Queen's like a yeah, she's a Republican. I just realized, even though she isn't necessarily evil, she'll kill people to get and what certain political party does that's these police officer guys. Well, they're Spanish, but actually that's a good point. They're Spanish, so I feel like I'm still gonna put them in the Republican category, even if it's not Hunnigan for the Dem. Now here's where it gets interesting. Oh wait, hold on, this guy. I feel like this guy might be a Dem, even though he's a womanizer and all that, I feel like he would still be a Democrat. Just I don't see him voting for Trump. Maybe actually, I don't know. I haven't played through Resident Evil 4. Like, I remember playing it, having it on iPhone, and I never got through it. I never got like a starting area. I remember this cliff thing, and that was about it. But I feel like this guy, I feel like he might now, because I know she's this girl's literally the president's daughter. So I assume she'd follow whatever her dad is. But and at the time, a Republican was in office. Well, like in real life, 2004, Bush was in office. But I don't see the chick being a Republican. I'm gonna have to go with Democrat. The gun seller. I mean, this guy sells weapons, so I assume he would be a Republican. Big cheese guy. Yeah, yeah, this guy's. All right, now we get into Revelations. I want to play. I got pretty far in one of my Revelations playthroughs. I got past. I was either on or I got past that island city thing, and this one's definitely damn. Actually, I just realized what am I doing? See, this is much better now. Wait a minute, isn't this the sa oh no, that's Jessica, and this is, Rachel. Lot of Republicans. Wait, who is that baby thing? What game is that? Oh, they actually might be from Resident Evil 3, the remake. Uh, wait, who is this 8? I thought 'cause I know Bro, there's like this guy and he like controls bugs. I got decently far in that game and I never completed it. So many Resident Evil games I played and oh actually I feel like some I forgot there's the movies as well, ain't there? Totally forgot about the movies. Oh, this guy's like a zombie guy. Zombies would probably vote for them. Oh, and series as well, weren't there? Jeez, I totally forgot. That's crazy how there's a Resident Evil Netflix series that isn't that I've never heard anyone talk about, and I've never heard anything since about it. I totally forgot back in 2022 that was a good series as well. I know what you're thinking, why put the Chinese guy there? I feel like I feel like from what I remember from the show, I feel like he's this guy, a white girl in Africa, sadly things don't end well for her. But oh, now we're getting to the meat and bones. My favorite game, it's tied with six of the series. Excella is, yeah, it's safe to say she's a Republican. Uh, Safe to say these guys are Republicans. The hell is Oh, the chick from one of the Resident Evil films. No, I'm not trying to do a no boyfriends getaway. I mean, she's the president of an Eastern European country, so I assume that she leans more. Well, this girl, come on. If any of you think that she's a Republican, even though her dad's definitely a Republican, she is another one right here. I've never seen the end of Resident Evil Revelations 2. Wonder what act, probably, yeah, probably Dems. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna put him as Republican because white men, are statistically, more likely to vote for Republican. Anyway, ain't she a police officer? No, she's a special agent, isn't she? Special agent for the president. I still feel like and this is the president. I'm gonna put him as Republican because I don't know. Oh, we got Piers. There's a lot of talk about Piers being gay, and if he's gay, I still feel like he's probably a Jake. Jake, I don't think he is it, but if a gun was put to his head and he was forced, I feel like he might be a bit of a wild card, as I know he's like a mercenary in South America, and all this and that, and he acts like a tough guy, especially after all the things with Sherry. Like he might not be as right-wing as we all might think. I'm still gonna put him as Republican, but I feel like he's more of a liberal Republican, like a California Republican. Actually, no, yeah, and maybe not. Uh, this girl, I'd say, I think she's I mean, I know, is it Carla? I know she's a spy and all that. This thing's. I need to watch the movies, man. So I haven't seen them. Feel like I feel like this guy might actually. Wait, did we really not get any love for what's his name? You play is it Nightmare Escape or whatever? Is it Robert? Oh, I forgot his name. The black guy. See, anyway, these guys are from the new movies, so I feel like they might actually be liberals, but I haven't seen it, so I'm just gonna put them in the Republican category. This guy looks like a liberal to me. Oh, this guy's from Resident Evil 7. This guy. Um, Even though he was living in Eastern Europe at one point, I feel like he still, especially considering he's a father to girl dads it also tend to be very conservative. I feel like I'm gonna put him in the Democrat category. Same with Mia, police officer guy. Southern, safe to say these guys, Southern, live in the rural South in Louisiana, Southern rednecks, and she's Zoe. Yeah, I feel like Zoe's still a Republican. Now it gets into tricky territory. Some, 'cause, Eastern Europeans, it's because the Eastern Europeans vote for uh, Mother Mother Miranda. Oh, I honestly feel like she might actually be a Democrat. I know it's a weird thing, but with a name like Mother Miranda, actually, but then she's like she's ultra religious, ain't she? Like the Mega Mycete, and I don't know how I remember that and all that. Actually, maybe she's a Republican. Oh, Lady Domitrescu. I just realized she's 100% a Democrat. Okay, it's talking about man thing and play thing and all that. 100% a Democrat, 100%. fish thing. Um, I feel like he might also be a, because you know, deformed people tend to be more liberal, and this guy is like insanely deformed. Heisenberg, uh, this fat guy. Ain't this guy like a monster or something as well? There's like a scene where, like, even though he's a good friendly, like he's still a monster. There's just like a scene where he's like he's riding a carriage, and they like talk about it like this guy's infected, but he doesn't like somehow he can control it and doesn't attack people. This guy looks like a liberal, and of course, you know, what, 16, 17-year-old white girl, and like, so yeah, so so here's a Democrats, a good portion of women, where it really isn't a surprise. So you know, we got a lot of Democrats here. Should just rip. So yeah, and here's our we got a lot more Republicans than we do Democrats. Mainly men, not all of them, but a good portion. And that is it, and that will be all. I don't know what